And now I move to Yee Lee. He is the Vice President of Growth and Special Projects at Terraformation. He's an engineer and product designer and has previously worked for Facebook, Google, TaskRabbit, Skype, and PayPal. And he joins us from our studio in Washington, D.C. So let's see if we can hook up here with Yee Lee. There he is. Wonderful to have you here.
Hey there. So thanks so much for having me. I worked with Ishan to found Terraformation a couple of years ago, and he's so right. The lessons that we've learned from Silicon Valley are really about taking solutions that are proven, technology that works today, and figuring out how to scale those solutions up to the world. It's actually, just a little side note, it's a little bit of a misconception that the world has about what Silicon Valley does. If you think about Apple or Facebook or Google, for example, as some of these marquee Silicon Valley names, people often think Silicon Valley like creates brand new ideas and innovates, but actually what those companies have done is take ideas that worked already. Apple took the graphical user interface, which they didn't invent. Facebook took the social network, which they did not invent. Google took the search engine, which they did not invent, and figured out how to scale it to the world, to billions and billions of people. And that's what Terraformation is trying to do for tree planting and for forest growth. We're an accelerator, a scaler for forests around the world. Two of the key milestones that we're trying to achieve is to unblock bottlenecks that hold back global forestry. And there's a couple that I'd love to describe now. First and foremost, if we're trying to plant billions of acres of net new forest around the world, that's going to take 1 trillion trees to cover that much land and create a large enough carbon sequestration sink to offset the worst effects of climate change. 1 trillion trees, getting that many trees in the ground is going to require multiple trillions of seeds. So does the world have that many seeds stored today? We unfortunately do not. So seed supply is a key bottleneck. One of the really big milestones that Terraformation is working on is trying to push past that seed bottleneck, distribute seed banks all around the world, and be able to collect enough native and endemic tree seeds to be able to plant the 1 trillion trees that we need to put in the ground. Number one. Second key bottleneck is training and capacity building. So we've partnered with and talked with all of the largest tree planting organizations in the world. Collectively, last year planted over 250 million trees. This year, collectively planting around 500 million trees. All of these groups highlight the need for more trained foresters. Estimates today in the world are that there's 200 to 500,000 trained foresters, people who have the botany knowledge, the nursery management knowledge, the seed, the handling capacity for seedlings, planting them correctly in the right mixes and at the right densities. That skill is a needed skill in the world. We need tens of millions of trained foresters in the world. And so increasing the capacity, the labor capacity, the knowledge capacity of the world around forestry skill sets is a really key bottleneck that Terraformation is also trying to address. If you go to terraformation.com today, you can see the very early versions of this. There's a Terraformation Academy where we're offering free seed banking, seed collection, and nursery management classes. And this is just the first step in trying to increase global capacity for forestry skills.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Yee Lee.